Okay, and we are live. Hey, Facebook, it's 1 a.m. in San Francisco. What are you doing?
And hello, Instagram. It is 4 a.m. in Kalamazoo, Michigan. So it is definitely witching hour, and hopefully you are inside and not getting rained on and catching a damn cold.
No colds, no colds.
I mean, we have a whole bunch of unfenced cemeteries, so who the hell knows the people around here? But happy solstice, everyone. And if if the gods of electronics are willing, we have Nikki back again. So this is no longer prime time hour for whatever the solstice readings or whatever other people were doing at 3 a.m. So yay, we have Nikki back, and it is hour 10 of Solstice Vigil 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And we did
Oh, I
do a
caught
little
a little
offline,
banner.
yeah, we did a little offline divination. And last year, during our Solstice Vigil slumber party, a friend of ours led us through, because she likes to do a 13 card prediction for the next year. And last year, for some reason, I kept laying down the cards, and so did two other people. And it kept looping, and we found that it kept looping back to 2019, and we couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. Well, hindsight is 2020, and now we fucking know.
It has been one hell of a year, and
Oh my god. Yeah.
we know that, January 20th, as much as we wish everything would be, whiskey and roses, it's not going to happen that way.
No, it's going to be a slow go, and it's going to be a mess. We're going to have a lot to clean up from this.
So
And
that leads us into this hour's topic, which is,
mhm.
today's the solstice, so we are waiting in the dark for the arrival of the sun. There's also a couple other things going on. There's the great conjunction going on, Saturn and Jupiter. They're meeting at 0 degrees in Aquarius right now, and they haven't been this close in uh, years. I don't know if it's like a millennia or whatever, but they're supposed to go so close together that many people are saying that we will be seeing the Star of Bethlehem because they are so close together right now. That's what it's going to look like. Um, Lastly, we are, well, it's this is the date is actually a subject of controversy.
Mhm.
Astrologers aren't always agreeing on it, but today is also supposed to be we are leaving the age of Pisces,
Mhm.
astrologically speaking, and going into the age of Aquarius, which is also known as the age of enlightenment.
Yes. And my only regret is that I did not make fish tacos this year.
No fish tacos for you.
No.
But one of the things that I've been recommending, because I've had a lot of people asking me, Nikki, is there anything specific we should be doing? Because there's so many things going on right now. Um, Aquarius has a lot of different things going on. Where enlightenment, so many people are becoming more spiritual, less religious. And that's going to be really an important thing because we're going to throw off the shackles that a lot of organized religion has, but
Yeah.
we're going to become more in touch with whatever you think the creator is, whatever you feel that connection with to spirit, whether it be God, whether it be Buddha, whether it be Jesus, whether it be Hera or Zeus or the Dagda, you know, um, Perun, whoever you have that connection with. We're gonna start clearing those lines of communications that sometimes get muddled by the dogma of organized religion. Um, and we really have to start thinking, introspecting, which this past year, I think a lot of people have been introspecting about their lives. I know I definitely have. And, especially with us starting the shop and everything else, I've really been kind of thinking about my spirituality and where that's heading. So it's really a good time to start thinking about that metaphysically, spiritually, mentally. While our country is physically going into a new era and a new president, we don't know how that's going to go. But what we can focus on is what's going on in here, and how we're going to take what we've been through in the past year, and as we're looking forward to the future, what directions we're going to start taking in our lives.
Yes. And I know that this kind of brings up an interesting, smaller side note. My partner forwarded to me someone's discussion because there were people going, I'm going to charge my crystals and get it aligned with this conjunction. And the person who's posting was ranting because just putting crystals outside does not guarantee they will tap into whatever astrological event energy. It always takes a certain amount of personal energy. And I'm not really an astrological spellcaster, but it has very much come back in vogue in recent years. And I know there is a Renaissance astrologer, Clifford Hartley Lowe, who I very much admire and respect. Like his brain, I want to lick his brain. I already drank his absence. Now I want to lick his brain. But talking about applying these planetary timing, because astrology is all about timing. It is about a good time for, and it doesn't necessarily release energy that can be captured in a specific way because it's time energy. Time energy is supposed to always be moving. It is a form of kinetic energy. So trying to capture it, logically, yes, there are certain things you can expose your crystals to where they will absorb. And it has been pointed out to me because my partner's a little bit of a rock collector too, and I have enough crystals that we have talked about getting me a dragon onesie and just having me pose on top of them because I would totally do that. But like if you leave amethysts out in the sun, they'll fade. Solar energy is not so great for amethysts, but there are, like a sunstone, they like that. Citrine loves that. Solar lensstones do seem to take cleansing and will absorb energy from the sun. Selenite absolutely will not work for me unless I leave it out to be exposed to lunar energy. But it isn't a guarantee given it makes sense that the sun and the moon are close enough and the earth is dependent enough and connected to those in their cycles, in its balance, that in a lot of ways, solar and moon energy are also part of the earth energy. And it makes sense that crystals would still interact with that. And I have no way of testing, and I would like to test, and I just don't have access to enough crystals to do this right now because they're all in storage. But to me, it seems to make more sense that it would be more likely that you would either need to find a way to trap the time and the timing in the crystal rather than just leave it out and it would just, have that conjunction energy. But I'd want to test it and find out, but I'm not sure how I could even verify that.
What if you use because I use crystals to store energy sometimes, but it's not energy from a specific event that's going on outside of my life. It's directly tied into some energy that I'm creating personally, storing it for use later. But what if on events like these, if you used your crystals as a focal point for your energy to be able to get the most out of whatever the event is going on?
I see what you're saying, and that does make sense. Again, I need to test it. And I'm not really sure I would, and I'm not going to test it tonight, so I may be missing a great opportunity, but I'm sitting vigil, like what we are every hour raising energy towards that new beginning, just by showing up, by talking to you, by putting this conscious energy together into our communities and into our personal magic and into our business. This is energy we are moving to roll towards these new beginnings and these opening of roads for 2021. And that conjunction will very much be part of it because it is the energy of the time we are in. So beyond that, it's a good idea. And when I can brain better, I'm probably going to explore it more. But I'm into hour 10 and it is 4 a.m.
Well, I'm pretty much in the mindset of, if it works for you, do it. And I think that's basically our buzz, our kind of buzz phrase, if you think that putting the energies outside and they're going to hold on to this and it's going to help you, if you really believe that that's going to happen, I think that it is because you are putting intent into it.
Yeah. And I think that our policy is if it works for you, do it, but admit when it doesn't work.
Exactly.
And, that's been our procedure because we've been in situations where stuff hasn't worked. And then we've had to, or stuff has and then stopped working and we've had to figure out why. So, apparently the laws of magic are not just simple. There's some layers to that stuff. So when we can find them
in our faces.
Yeah. Oh dear God, yes. So I'm thinking that that's about as much as I can brain for now for Instagram. So
Yeah.
I'm going to end the feed for that one.
Bye, Instagram.
Bye, Instagram. Good night, Gracie. Okay, here we go.
For those of you that are still hanging out with us on Facebook, and someone's watching us on Facebook, where are they watching us?
Hello.
Which one? Oh, they're watching on Golds and Apple too. I'm very excited. I'm
Yay.
going to click to comment and see if we have any comments. There's no comments, but our viewer, if you would like to make a comment, feel free to make a comment. Um, oh, I forgot to play the song. I'm going to play the song because as we're going into the age of Aquarius, it's all about this.
Okay, watch it because Facebook may block us on this one.
It's okay. We'll just play it for a second. Okay, then I'm going to fast forward it to the part. But I like this song. Fast forward it.
My high school did a production of this, which shocked the crap out of me.
Here we go. I didn't go too. I went too far forward, but it's okay. And it's like 1 a.m. here. Do you think they're really going to pay attention and block us?
They will. They have like an algorithm thing that searches for stuff.
They suck.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to pause it now, but we just had to have this Age of Aquarius because, it started today at like 1 o'clock your time, I think.
Yep.
All right, that was my little nod to the fifth dimension there. It was always fun. We loved the fifth dimension. My mom used to play songs from them all the time.
Very cool. I just remember seeing this play in high school
Mm-hmm.
and being very confused as to, given how very conservative the area I grew up in was, why they would even be promoting that kind of thinking.
Yeah.
So I thought it was awesome. It was just, huh.
Yeah, the other one my mom always used to play was Peter, Paul, and Mary, If I Had a Hammer.
That sounds very San Francisco of her.
It was. I was taught a long time ago that if you waited for someone else to do something for you, well, okay, I'll be fair. She said, if you wait for a man to do something for you, you'll be waiting forever. But I'm not going to make that gender specific because that can happen with anyone. But if you
Yeah.
wait for someone else to do your stuff for you, you're going to be waiting a long time. So,
Oh, yeah. Okay. And on that note,
we're off again.
we'll
Good
see you
night,
in an
people.
hour.
Yes,
All right.
top of the hour to you.
And now we're all in the loobies. Okay.
All right, I'll see you next time.
See ya.